Alright, I don't know what's happening. But yeah, I guess we're gonna be running back then. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to Hype Geek, the show where we celebrate hype and me just geeking the heck out of things. My name is Colin, and today we're taking a break from our Hype-A Taipei playlist. We still have one more video for you guys from our trip in Taipei. But before that, I want to insert this. I don't want to say it's quick, but I want to insert this video for you guys. This is basically a reaction discussion of what happened last weekend. So last weekend, if you do not know, one of the biggest Yeezy drops happened, which is the 350 V2 Black Static Non-Reflective. So everyone and their mother tried to get their hands on one, this guy included. So yeah, me and a couple of friends actually decided to camp out the night before. So take note, this is the craziest, longest camp out I've ever been in my entire life. I'm not actually new to camping out for clothes or for hype stuff. My first camp out was with H&M Alex Wang. That one, I think we camped out around 3 in the morning, ended up getting in the store around 8. I ended up with a keychain because everything was sold out. But from camping out on these, I guess, limited edition releases, I kind of prided myself of having enough knowledge and know-how how to go about it. So coming into the 350 V2 Black Static Non-Reflective, I was pretty confident. I was like, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. Lo and behold, sneaker campouts are totally different. They're much crazier, and people are just more rabid than ever. I actually have a couple of clips that I want to share and show you guys. But before I do that, just want to tell you that I'm actually splitting this video into 3 parts. So the first part, I'm going to show you guys basically what happened during that night. Some snippets of the craziness of people running around, shoving people around. A mini stampede happened. I was caught in the middle of it. So you'll get to see that as well. And then I'd like to talk about the shortcomings of Adidas when it comes to prepping up for an occasion like this. So the weird thing is, this isn't the first time that this many people actually went to BGC and stormed and lined up and have this kind of commotion. Adidas has been doing hype releases for quite some time now, particularly the Adidas Original BGC store. And after that, probably some lessons learned from this whole experience. So I'm going to try to turn this, negative experience to a positive one as best as I can. So without further ado, here you go. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Colin again, and you're watching Hype Geek. This is the show where we celebrate hype and me just geeking the heck out of things. I'm right here right now at the BGC. We're looking at around 500 people at 2 in the morning lining up for the Yeezy 350 V2 Black Static Non-Reflective. That is a mouthful. But yeah, we're trying our luck. We're gonna see if we're actually gonna be able to get one. Who knows? The line says at least it should start around 6 a.m. But I guess people started lining up early. We got here around before 11 and estimated around 300 people already. This is probably around 500 at this point. I don't know, it's probably gonna be 1,000, and that's gonna be crazy. Tensions are really, really high. People are sleeping. There isn't really much of a line. I don't know what's happening, so it's gonna be a riot later on. Watch out for a lot of shoving, running, and pushing, like right there. All right, I don't know what's happening, but yeah, I guess we're gonna be running back then. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay. Hindi ko alam kung ano nangyayari. Uy! Whoa! Oh shit!
Oo! Dito ang pila! Oh!
Rab, anong feeling ng nandito ka since 10 in the evening?
It's quite good. It's a good experience, pero feeling ko hindi na ulit last na to. It's for the content.
Wait, good experience kahit na sobrang gulo ng pila.
Oh, one for the books. Siguro isa sa mga kwento ko sa mga tropa, pwede siguro sa mga anak ko na huwag na lang gagayahin.
Good job, good job. Wild. Seriously, I was not expecting that. Me and a couple of friends went there at around 10 p.m. and there are already around 300 people in the premises. So that actually doubled the day after. So when morning comes, you now have maybe a running total of anywhere from 600 to 800 people in the venue, just sprawling over, just being there in front of the Adidas Original store at BGC. Now here's the thing, and here's where Adidas, I think, miscalculated, or I don't know if they're miscalculated, I don't know if they prepared for it, I don't know if they even actually have a plan. I knew they have a policy on the line, and I get that. Okay, the policy is there, cool. But the thing is, when people started lining up in the evening, no one was taking charge. And I think this is particularly the problem again and again and again for all these hype lines. When people try to come in earlier for the line, no one is there to properly manage anything. When we got in at around 10 in the evening, there was no official line. So the people or the guards at BGC started grouping people together and saying, just line up here, etc., etc. So the morning after, when an official Adidas personnel would come in already and start handing out numbers for the line, they created their own lines. And they vetoed everything else that happened the night before. Well, yes, legally speaking, they can do that because it's stipulated in their terms and conditions. Is that really the best that they could have done? Because you pretty much just pissed off a lot of other people who were just as tired, who were just as passionate, lining up, trying to get the chance to buy your product. I mean, I understand it. Not everyone's going to be able to get, the 350 V2 black static non-reflective. Not everyone's going to be able to do that because you have limited stocks. And I totally get that. In fact, I think everyone there totally gets it. What people probably hated, and this is, coming from me as well, is that you didn't give everyone that chance because you created the system last minute wherein you did not communicate properly what that is to begin with. A lot of people got bumped off and got cut off, and they didn't hand them the number stubs for them to be able to purchase the said shoe. I was unfortunately one of the few that got bumped off, even though we were already lined up at 10 in the evening prior to that. But yeah, if you don't plan things ahead of time and plan things properly, these things that bog down the community will continue to happen. And Adidas, you're not actually helping. You're just worsening the situation. And that's very, very disappointing on your part because you actually have the power to help change the community, to help make things better for the community. And yet, hype releases after hype releases, these problems, they don't go away. So I guess you have to start looking into your system as well and into your personal at the same time. One of my gripes, honestly, not getting the shoe. I mean, I'm fine. The colorway isn't really to my liking. I was just there for the experience. If I get one, it's fine. If I don't get one, it's fine. What irked me really was, one, the system that you implemented is so flawed and it's so easily fixable that you didn't do it. And two, the people that were handling the line, they weren't the most accommodating persons there. And when you have around 600 to 800 people who are tired, who have been lining up for hours, who's sticky because it's so humid and hot, whose temperaments are very, very low. You need people who can calm them down. But they pretty much aggravated things even further. What I did not appreciate was when I was asking and inquiring them about their policies and about their system, the dude that I was talking to could not even look at me in the eye. And when I was not yet even finished speaking, turns around and walks away. That is a no-no on my book. If you're a brand manager, you should be pretty much ashamed of yourself at this point, because it's clear to see that you have no passion to the brand whatsoever. Second, there is so much missed opportunities that it just happened. And I was like, honestly, you could have turned this into an event and people would have loved you, even though they can't get the 350 V2 black static non-reflective. It's fine. Sure, you only have limited stocks. Let's say estimate is around 200. We were actually estimating around 300, but fine, maybe it's 200 that got allocated to your store. Okay, given. But what do you do to the other, people who weren't able to get anything? Turn them away? That is money right there. That right there is opportunity. Take a page from what Soul Academy did. They had an online raffle, and for the first time ever, 21,000 people registered. 21,000. That's a lot of registrants, and they probably only had maybe 100 allocation. So what do you do with the 20,900 people who wanted to get that shoe? Well, the genius in Soul Academy said, you know what? Let's turn their L into a little bit of a W. They said, everyone who joined in on the online raffle now has 20% discount. Just show your email notification and you get 20% off. Easy. Conversion. See what they did there? You could have done that. And the thing with Soul Academy is there's still a barrier to the purchase, because you still have to put the people from online to offline. You still have to have them drive over to the store, get inside, and buy. But so there's going to be a couple of losses right there already in terms of conversion. But you already have 800 people, 600 people right there in your doorsteps, and you turn 80% of that away? Dude, you just wasted money. They could have actually bought more stuff in your place. The feeling of, I saved up money anyway, took an L, I want to feel good about myself and buy shit. They could have bought stuff from your place. But because you turned them away, nope. There is a lesson here to be learned. There's a lot of lessons here to be learned. The first one is from the consumer standpoint. So I'm going to talk about our experience. Guys, these are just shoes. Let's not lose our humanity over them. I've seen people rush over and lose their tempers and, just shove people around, because I have been shoved around as well during that time. I was in the middle of an almost stampede. Almost fell. My camera almost fell to the ground. And yeah, it's really just shoes, right? No point in harming other people or bringing harm to yourself. Second is, of course, be very, very vigilant. At one point during that evening, someone tried to steal from someone else. So there was a snatcher, they caught him, commotions happened. So yeah, we could be a little bit more forgiving. Not everyone actually has the tenacity to be able to withstand, that amount of pressure and that amount of lining up and being tired and subjecting yourself to all of that thing. And if you're able to do that and not lose your temper, then kudos to you, and just try to be a little bit more understanding of everyone else's temperaments. And I guess the last lesson for consumers is that if you take an L still, it's not the end of the world. It sucks. My suggestion is that you go home, rest, or you treat yourself to a nice breakfast, maybe in Shake Shack, or if you actually have enough money, there's Shangri-La right in front. treat yourself to a hotel breakfast. It will change your world. Now, to Adidas, always look at it from a business perspective. And you could have actually done so much and create a really great, memorable experience for everyone else that's there. So that is on you. People lining up in chaos is on you pretty much, because no one was taking charge the night before. And it's very, very simple. Like, have someone just say where the line starts and everything will follow. Just that. The main problem with the BGC area is that, particularly if you have that much people lining up, you don't know which line is the start. You know which line, to go to. So just have someone say line starts here, like a placard, and that's it. And I'm comparing that experience to how I lined up in Taiwan. In Taiwan, even before the official line started, there was a placard saying line starts here, and everyone followed suit. Very organized. See, everything could have been avoided if someone just took the initiative to organize it just for a little bit the night before. That was it. And everything would follow, everyone sitting down, everyone would have a good time because they know their place. The problem is, everyone felt no one was taking in charge. Therefore, everyone felt they had to take things in their own hands. And that's where all of the problems really manifested. The miscommunication or the lack of communication. And when you actually came in, when the people actually came in, you didn't really address everyone else because you were addressing one part of the crowd where everyone's lined up already, thinking they're lined up. They couldn't hear you. You have no communication material as well. You have no PA system, right? I mean, at this point, really, it's on you. So again, things that you can actually improve on. One, make an event out of it. One of the few brands that actually do it kind of okay or kind of right is H&M. Even the first H&M collab that they did with Alex Wang saw like a huge line as well, but they already have a cordon area. They have a system wherein, okay, everyone's lined up, has already a number. You already know which, your place in the line. They probably got a guard from the mall as well to log on or log off, like where you're going. If you have you have to go to the bathroom, you have to go for a smoke break, whatever. And it was easy. Everyone was lining up, everyone had their places, and then as the years progressed, what they did was, they made it into an event. At a certain point, at a certain time, while people were lining up, they were serving juice, music was playing, they kept everything chill, and people had a generally good time, even though when they actually start buying, the commotions happen, but that's a totally different story altogether. My point is, there is always a chance to turn things around, to turn all of this negativity into something more productive. And I really, really wanted to see you guys step up your hype game or your hype selling game in the future, because who else is going to do it for you? I mean, I could probably offer you my services, but I'll have to charge you. But yeah, I mean, as a former brand guy as well, as someone who loves branding and loves marketing, I just can't believe you turned away potential money. You turned away pretty much 80% of everyone that was there. And you could have actually made a decent buck out of them. But yeah, it could be something that you guys look into, because that is a gold mine you have there. You have people already in your store, like in front of your store, for free. You did not even advertise for that, right? So just turn them away. From a business standpoint, that doesn't make sense. And to the dudes actually who were handling the line, be a little bit more courteous. Be a little bit more understanding. I saw people crying actually because they got bumped off and they weren't able to get their hands on the shoe. And I was like, man, I don't know if you guys still care about the brand. Honestly, piece of advice, if you don't anymore, quit. It's the best thing that you can do. Because if you're a brand manager that's not passionate about your brand, you might as well stop working. And find whatever it is that you're passionate about. And do that. Right? I mean, why continue subjecting yourself to an endless routine? Don't. So that's pretty much the biggest advice I could give you. So yeah, I mean, this is actually free advice for you guys. This is actually something you can work on, something you can actually make you money. But if you want more, you know what? My Instagram handle is here. DM me and then let's talk. Let's sit down, let's talk, let's see what we can do. Heck, I can probably find like-minded people to help you organize the line for the next release. And they'll do it for a fraction of a cost from an agency. So DM. And that's it. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the whole episode. I didn't want to create this episode and make it sort of a rant. I really wanted to try and turn it around and make something out of it in a way that I feel that can be actionable. People have been telling me that no, you can't really change the system. That has been happening for the longest time. You know, this is the same system, this is the same problems that we're seeing from hype releases before. It was Jordan's back then, it's just Yeezy now. But you know, I don't believe in that. I believe that we actually have the capacity and the capability to create change and positive change as well. And if we're all just complaining online, if we're just shouting our frustrations without actually giving actionable steps on how to improve, then we're not really helping as well. Hence this video. I hope that the actionable steps here will be taken into consideration in future releases. I hope Adidas somehow finds this video. And yeah, I mean, just try to get as much info as you can to make the experience memorable, to make the experience fun. Because it is fun. Honestly, part of the joy of camping out is being with friends, being with like-minded people who's as excited as you are in getting the material. So there's a lot of good memories that can actually be fostered in, you know, camp outs like these. And I feel that the brands have the responsibility to make it as memorable as possible and as less painful as possible. And I wish they do. I really, really, really wish they do. If you're actually able to pull this off, then it's monumental because it's never been done. That could be a case study. Heck, that could be a case study for Adidas Originals Philippines. And you can boast that to your Southeast Asian markets as well when your quarterly business review happens. So yeah, I'm talking your lingo right now, man. So I know what I'm saying. That's it. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, tell us why as well. Tell us your thoughts. Were you part of the 600 or 800 that lined up? Were you able to get yours? And yeah, I mean, is this just rambling or do I actually have some sound suggestions for Adidas? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. We are outing more content for you guys, and I will actually be doing a giveaway really soon. Watch out for the next episode. There's a giveaway attached to that as well. It's different from the one that Carlo mentioned, that if we reach 1,500. So I actually do have a giveaway planned for you from our Taipei, you know, travels. And that's it. Thank you so much for staying and watching. If you've watched until this time, maraming salamat. This is a weird episode for me as well. I was not expecting it to be this long, so I apologize if it's too long, if it dragged out too long. I do apologize for that. And yeah, with that, my name is Colin, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out, hype peeps. Bye-bye.